Welcome fellow potential chefs! Today I'll be making fish chowder. And for that you need the following. Bunch of chopped up dill, a lot of white tomatoes. You can use sweet potatoes, but I hate sweet potatoes, so there's that. A little bit of garlic, it's just like there in the corner. There is also some onions in there that you guys can see probably. Onions. And I have also Seabass, Halibut and Salmon. So all of that will be mixed together. And what else? You need some butter, salt and pepper. And also some milk. And that's all. Now, first thing that you want to do is, I already did it ahead of time. Well, my wife did it for me. You have carrots, white potatoes and garlic. You chop it up. Do it to your own liking. I'm not going to tell you how much to do. You also have dill. Again, chop it up to your own liking. And next up, I am going to be chopping up here some of the fish. Now, let me get the fish out. First up, salmon. Now, what you want to do with any fish that you're handling here is you want to chop it down as finely as possible. So make it super tiny chunks of fish. That's the way to go. So as you see, I'm chopping them really finely because they gotta cook pretty quickly and they gotta absorb all the flavor. We're not going here for, you know, big fish chunks. There we are. And I will finish this one, get the halibut out, and afterwards I will get the sea bass out. It's all freshly bought today, so hopefully all the three flavors mix up together. And if you guys have more suggestions of how to chop these things down, please let me know and I'll be happy to oblige. Additionally, as I've already mentioned in previous video, the stir fry is coming up. My skill level for now just isn't good enough for me to do the stir fry. Once it does become good enough, I promise I'll do some of the stir fry. Now, as you guys see, well, I'm going to make it even more finer, but pretty much you get chunks like this of fish. And you gotta try to make as many chunks as possible. I did not chop things properly, so there's few chunks, but this is the consistency of chunks you'd like. There we go. Sorry, baby is crying in the background, right? We'll take care of that. Okay, there we go. Next up, halibut comes up. Okay, there we are, and there is a piece of halibut. And as you guys recognize, it's from the previous episodes. I have some leftover halibut and salmon, and I thought I'd just make things with it. Now, you most of the time don't want the skin. I'm debating whether or not I want to keep the skin in there because it's going to turn very slimy. Therefore, I will actually... Come on, skin, come on off. I will be getting rid of the skin here, unfortunately. It does seem quite tasty, to be honest, but I think in soups, especially clam chowder soup that I'm doing, the skin will turn bad. Additionally, one more thing guys, please let me know if you like the lens that I'm using. It should be a little bit better quality, but it's higher zoom and I can't zoom out more. So yeah. And when you're chopping this, don't try to be gentle. Just, you know, take a knife and go wild. Try to make meat as flaky as possible. You don't care here for niceness or prettiness or anything like that. All of this is going to be cooked up anyways. There we go. There we go. Okay, halibut, gotta say, is much tougher to cut compared to salmon, but still works. There we go. Also, I think I should really sharpen these knives. The reason why I'm keeping them dull is just because I'm really afraid to cut myself up. It can happen. There we go. Fish is almost done. I mean, the halibut is almost done. Next up will be sea bass, and after sea bass is complete, I'll see you guys at the stovetop where we'll be doing really fun stuff. But for now, let me just quickly get the sea bass out, show you what that looks like. Really? Okay, I'm just gonna go with my hands here. It's flaky enough, knife doesn't seem like it wants to cut through this stuff, but with hands I can do it easily enough. So again, you want tiny chunks like this. Make it as flaky as possible. Destroy it with your hands if it needs be. Okay, now we've got halibut here. Dropping it on a plate. And next up is Seabass. Oh boy. I'm covered in Dill and everything else. Okay. There we go. A nice fat piece of Seabass. Thankfully this piece of Seabass does not have skin, so that's good. Oh damn, it just looks so damn tasty. There we go. And it cuts so nicely too. Oh my god, this is a very pleasant feeling. Out of all the fish, handling Seabass feels the most pleasant. And to be honest, I really feel like taking a bite out of it right now. It just looks like a delicious type of butter, only not as bad as butter could be. There we go. Oh man, this looks really good. Hopefully this Seabass does not get ruined in this meal, because if it does, I'll be very sad. It looks just so damn good. Really damn good. Okay, anyways guys, so I'll be chopping these up. Once done, I will see you at the stovetop where I will show you how to cook. Wow, this is so good. Rest of the stuff. Okay, I'll see you guys there. And by the way guys, I just realized that I've been calling carrots onions. That's not what I meant. I meant that it's a carrot. You don't need any onions in this recipe. I do hate onions, so no onions for us here. Okay? Okay guys, see you at the stovetop. And we're back. So, I've added a little bit of butter here, as you guys can see. I tried to melt it down as much as possible. After it's been melted down, what's one of the things that you will try to do is you will try to saute them. Therefore, I've got my carrots, potatoes and garlic in there. I'll start off with the garlic side here. What I want to do is I want to take everything and just drop it in. Nice and slow. There we go. Wow, that's a lot of carrots and a lot of potatoes. And not enough fish. Well, there is just as much fish in here. I was hoping the ratio would be 60% fish, 40% veggies, but I guess it will be 50-50. It's fine. There we go. Okay. Now I've dropped everything in here and I will proceed to saute them. And by the way, this will help me learn how to go about doing this whole stir fry stuff. Okay. So I don't know how long I have to keep on doing this, but I'll try to eyeball it roughly. So maybe for 3 minutes or so. Once this is done guys, the next thing is to add a little bit of water, salt and pepper. And just bring the water to boil and wait until the potatoes turn very soft. Once potatoes are soft, you are going to start adding in milk, but we'll get there once we get there. So for now, let's try to just keep on stirring this so stuff happens. I'm not sure exactly what this does, but apparently it's supposed to add in flavor and all that other jazz. So we'll see if that's true or not. Not entirely too sure. There we go. Just keep on going and going and going. Okay, doesn't seem to be making any noises either. I need to turn up the heat. There we go. Yeah, the problem was the heat was not too high. So you want to keep the heat on the highest here in order to get this working. Now while this is happening, I'll quickly drag out pepper. And mixing so nothing burns. Keep on mixing and mixing and mixing and mixing. And pop goes the pepper. Yeah! Okay, wrong way. But, okay, pepper. Mix. Oh my god, the noises are starting to scare me a little bit, but it's okay. It's fine. Let me turn down the heat just a tad bit, just a notch. There we go. Moving on. More pepper. I'm not sure which way to even spin this thing. For some reason, not as much pepper comes out as I expected to. Okay, keep on spinning and spinning. And turn down the heat just a little bit more because the sizzling sound really terrifies me here. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it or not. I'm pretty sure the microphone picks up everything. You guys can hear it. Okay, more pepper. I love me some pepper. There we go. And turn it down just a little bit more. I'll be adding salt very shortly there. There we go. It starts to smell pretty good. Stuff is starting to stick to the bottom, so I assume it is time for me to add some water in there. Let me add some more pepper. There we go. Okay, I'll keep on stirring with one hand. Try to reach for the cup with the second hand. There we go. Okay, I reach for the cup. And ta-da! And more water. Now, as I'm doing this, I will turn up the heat to the highest. Therefore, heat goes on the highest. Let me stir this up a little bit more. Ooh, it's looking good. Okay, I'm not going to tell you guys how much water to add in here. As you guys can see, I'm already on my third cup of water. Okay, and I will probably do a fourth cup. You know what, guys? Maybe 3.5 cups. Because I completely forgot. Wait, no. 3.5, okay? Let's just keep going. I still gotta add fish and milk in there, so it's fine, it's fine. There we go. Yeah, okay. It's 4.5 cups, officially. That's it. Hopefully it will be fine. Well, it seems good so far, so good. No complaints there on my end. And the heat right now is held on the highest. As the heat is there, I'm going to be cracking in more of the pepper in there. There we are. Now, I'll bring up the dill, and in it goes. Well, that's a lot of dill, but that's fine. There is the dill. Let's stir it all up. Wow. This looks more like some kind of a seaweed monstrosity rather than chowder soup. Hopefully it turns out fine. At this point I'm starting to have second thought whether or not I should really be dropping that delicious fish into here. But hey, luck favors the bold, not the prepared as much. Okay, I'm going to be dropping in some salt in there now. There we go, salt. And a little bit more salt. You can never have too much with this. There we go. Okay, and a little bit more salt. Just to be 100% sure. Okay, good. Salt is all ready. And I keep on mixing this thing. Now, hopefully this thing starts boiling very soon. And, okay guys, I'm going to cut here and get back once the water starts boiling. I don't feel like waiting until it boils. Once the water has fully started boiling and the potatoes have gotten a little bit soft, I will see you guys right here, which should be like in 3 minutes or so, hopefully. See you as soon as it's done. Be right back. And we're back. Okay, so it didn't take 3 minutes, it took 7 minutes to get to this point. That's fine. It's boiling now. Potatoes seem to be soft enough as it is, which is good. Now comes the tricky and very scary part, and that is adding of the milk into this thing. Now I lowered the heat 60% down, meaning it's currently at 40% of whatever the dial thing is. And now here comes the milk. Woo! I have no idea how much milk to add, so I'm just eyeballing this thing, as you guys can see. But oh no, it splashes everywhere. Okay, yes, it's pretty obvious that it was going to splash. I should take it slower. There we go. It's starting to look a little bit more chowdery, which is good. But we're not done yet. In order to make sure that it's extra creamy, I'm going to be dropping in some flour. Now let's move this thing to the side. Here comes the flour. There we go. Good piece of flour. And now once the flour is in, as you guys notice it stopped boiling, that's because I lowered the heat. Okay, now that the flour is in, I'm going to stir this thing up thoroughly. Wow, this looks good. Okay, I take my words back. The questionable part now does not look as questionable as I originally thought. Now all I gotta do is just make sure that the flour is fully stirred in here. Once that is ready, I will be dropping in the fish. Wow, this looks amazing, guys. I didn't know that this would work. It was just a random idea. But hey, it does work. That is pretty good. Okay, time for the fishies to go swimming. There we go. There's our fish. He's coming in. Coming in hot. Or cold. Or whoa! Okay, the whole thing dropped. That's okay. That is absolutely fine. Whoops. Okay. Now this is very thick, nice clam chowder. One of the mistakes I'm actually starting to assume that I've made here is I might have added just 1 cup extra of water, which I shouldn't have. But, you know, it's still fine. Like, I'll keep on stirring this. That's one of the things to do. So, something, toil and trouble, newts and other things, and it should work. There we go. Oh yes, toil, double trouble. No, I don't remember that thing. Sorry guys. No toils, but it might be troublesome. We'll see. Anyways, there we go. Nice clam chowder coming right. Not clam chowder, fish chowder coming right up. Okay, now what I'll be doing here is it is set to medium/low heat, and I'll just leave it here for maybe 20 minutes, and I'll see you guys in 20 minutes once what it should look like, hopefully. See you right there. Be right back. And we're back. This is what it looks like. Very nice and thick, and I've kept it for like 20 minutes. All good. Okay, I'll see you at the table, guys. And the meal is complete. This is what it looks like. Potatoes, bunch of fish, carrots, and dill. I haven't tried the taste test yet, but to be honest, I kind of feel like adding just a little bit more pepper here. There we are. And then, one of the things that I'm going to add on top of this is I'll take 3 water crackers, crunch them all up really well. By the way, you guys can also eat it with cheese. That's another thing that I know is possible. You can just sprinkle some cheese on top. So, there we go. Oh boy, this looks quite intriguing. And time to try this. Wait, I need something with a piece of cheese. Piece of salmon. So, okay, so there we go. Let's see. Oh my god, this is quite delicious. I burned my tongue. Oh, ouch. It was too hot. I should have been careful. But, gotta say, worked out just fine. Okay guys, well then, leave comments. Any more recipes? As I said, I'm still going to try to do the stir fry. It's coming up. And I'll see you in other episodes. Okay then, bye. Thank you for watching.